Chapter 16. Feasting on juicy peaches, Minli and the dragon walked through the woods for many days. At night, when the dragon slept, Minli missed Ma and Ba. But this is for our fortune, so they won't have to work so hard anymore, Minli told herself when she thought about the worry they must have been feeling. When I get back, Ba can rest and Ma will never have to sigh again. They'll see. But the lonely moon never seemed to gaze comfortably down at her. One day, Minli and the dragon came upon a body of water. In the distance, they saw the woods continue. As the compass pointed across the water, the dragon swam the inlet, with Minli riding on his back. "How far do we go before we get to Never-Ending Mountain?" the dragon asked. "Well," Minli said slowly, "the fish said I go west until I reach the city of bright moonlight. Once there, I'm supposed to find the guardian of the city." "The guardian?" the dragon said. "Who is that?" "I'm not sure," Minli said. "The king of the city, I guess. Once I find him, I'm supposed to ask for the borrowed line, which, according to the fish, is something I'll need for Never-Ending Mountain." "The borrowed line?" the dragon asked. "What is that?" "I don't know," Minli said. "The fish didn't tell me." "You did not ask?" The dragon almost stopped swimming in surprise. "I didn't want to delay her," Minli said. "She was in a rush." The dragon shook his head and opened his mouth to say something when they both heard a strange sound next to them in the water. "Aunt Jen! Aunt Jen!" a voice said. "Is that you? You came back like you said." Dragon and Minli looked in the water and saw a large orange fish with a black fin swimming next to them. It looked a lot like Minli's goldfish, but larger. "I think you have me mixed up with someone else," Minli said to the fish. "I was speaking to the dragon," the fish said, "but you must not be Aunt Jen either." "Well," the dragon looked down at the fish with a wry smile. "Either one of us would be a very strange relative to you, fish. Why did you think I was your aunt?" "Because Aunt Jen always said she would come back to show us that the Dragon Gate was real," the fish said. "What do you mean?" Minli asked. "Dragon Gate? What's that?" The Story of the Dragon Gate. Even though no fish has seen the Dragon Gate, we all know about it. Perhaps the story was told to us through the waves of water while we were eggs, or whispered to us by the roots of the lotus flowers. We all know that somewhere in one of the rivers of the land there is a great and powerful waterfall. It is so high and so vast that it is as if the water were gushing from a cut in the heavens. At the top of the waterfall, beyond anyone's view, is the Dragon Gate. The Dragon Gate is an entryway to the sky. It is old, so old that it's possible that the gray stone columns grew from the mountain it stands on. Wind and time have worn and smoothed the gate's tiered placards that barely show the old carvings of the 5 colored clouds of heaven. Above the placards are the tiled arches, the same color as the misty sky. 999 small dragon ornaments perch on the ridges of those tiled roofs. Each one is intricately formed to the smallest detail, and even weathered as they are, the black pearl eyes still flash with mysterious power. That is because these dragons are not just decoration. They hold the secret to the Dragon Gate. For if ever a fish is able to swim up the waterfall and pass through the gate, the dragons will shake with power. As the fish goes through, its spirit enters the gate and bursts out of one of the ornaments, changing the fish into the form of a flying dragon. And that's the end of the tale. gate transforms fish into dragons. A wish many of us hold deep in our hearts, the fish finished. None know who first told the story, or if it's even a story at all, but Aunt Jen was determined to find out. She said she was going to search all the rivers of the land for it, and if she found it, she would come back here as a dragon to show us. That's why I thought you might be her. Did your aunt look like you? Minli asked. Orange with a black fin? Yes, the fish said, but much smaller, the size of a copper coin. It doesn't seem likely that a fish that small could swim up a waterfall, the dragon said. Even if she does find the right river, she might not be able to get to the gate. If there is a gate, Aunt Jen will find a way through it, the fish said. She is very wise. If you knew her, you would understand. Maybe I do know her, Minli said softly, thinking about the goldfish that she had set free. Could it be that her goldfish, who had swum all the rivers except one, had been Jen searching for the dragon gate? If you are not Aunt Jen, the fish said to the dragon, interrupting Minli's thoughts, why are you swimming across the river? Why don't you just fly? He can't fly, Minli answered for the dragon when she saw his discomfort. We are going to see the old man of the moon to ask him how to change that, but we have to cross the river to get to the city of bright moonlight first. Old man of the moon? The fish said. Good luck! Finding him will be harder than finding the dragon gate. Minli and the dragon looked at each other and shrugged. But the city of bright moonlight is just past the forest over there, the fish continued. Swim over to this side, and you can see it in the distance. And just like the fish said, Minli and the dragon saw the city. An enormous wall, like a patchwork curtain of stone, surrounded the thousands of houses of the city. And almost glowing with the splendor of its red columns and golden top, a palace stood up over the clusters of buildings in the far center, like a glorious boat floating above the waves of the scalloped rooftop tiles. Even from a distance, the city looked majestic. If you're stopping at the city of bright moonlight, the fish continued, I think dragons should probably try to stay hidden. People of bright moonlight might be shocked to see a real dragon. The last dragon sighted was about 100 years ago, and it destroyed the king's father's palace in a city in the east. They might not take too kindly to you. That is good to know, Minli said. It might be better if I go into the city by myself. Yes, the dragon agreed. I can hide at the edge of the forest and wait for you. They closed the wall at night, the fish said. So if you are in the city at night, you will have to stay until morning. Do not worry, Dragon said to Minli. I will wait. Well, you're almost to land, the fish said, so I'll leave you. If you ever see another dragon, find out if it's my Aunt Jen. Hope you get to meet the old man of the moon. Good luck. Minli and the dragon watched the fish swim away. Then they made their way to the land and the city of the bright moonlight.